This is Battlefront 2, dude, and we got the community transmission for the Rise of Skywalker update that's coming tomorrow. So yeah, let's waste no time. So, it's an exciting time to be a Star Wars fan, and it doesn't get much better than this week. Not only do we have a new film and a conclusion to epic Skywalker saga fast approaching, but we also have a brand new update for Star Wars Battlefront 2. We got some great content inspired by The Rise of Skywalker on the way, but before we dive into the details, here's a quick look at some of the things you can expect. That's the trailer. I'll put the link in the description below, but it already got 1.2 million views as of recording this video, and it's number 3 on trending. But let's go into the transmission. The new planet. While we don't want to spoil anything in the name this planet, you might have caught glimpses of this new location in some of the trailers for The Rise of Skywalker, and it's a planet we're incredibly excited to be bringing to Battlefront 2. Bringing a brand new planet to the game is always a great feeling, but the addition of one that gets its debut within The Rise of Skywalker is even better. You'll have planet cover in the form of thick vegetation, while caves offer the opportunity for some great close combat gameplay. This jungle planet will arrive in co-op and heroes vs. villains in this update and will join alongside other new trilogy planets, both instant action and capital supremacy, in January of 2020. While the update arrives tomorrow, our new planet won't join our map rotations until a few days later on December 20th. Here are the new reinforcements. The Sith Trooper. This merciless trooper excels in speed and advanced weaponry to hunt down and destroy anyone that stands in their way. Activating the Combat Rush ability will boost the sprint speed of the Sith Trooper. Defeat enemies while it's enabled to trigger health regeneration and extend the time of Combat Rush. Seeker Tactics will allow the Sith Trooper to scan the nearby area to reveal the 4 closest enemies. Defeating enemies will reveal more. Now here's the ability that sounds to be the most OP, the Oppression Grenade. This is a grenade that damages any nearby enemies, as well as blocking their ability to recover health for a short period of time. Imagine using that on a hero that can't regain health. That's an easy kill right there. Now we have the Obsidian Gunner. Compassionate and strong-wielded, the Obsidian Gunner uses the might of both her strength and her modified rotary cannon to combat enemies threatening her resistant allies. A fearsome sight in combat, and even more so when she activates her charge ability, as she charges forth and slams into her enemies to knock them down. When she's not on the offense, she has the ability to activate defensive stance, which instantly cools her modified C6B rotary cannon, and any damage dealt replenishes health for both herself and any nearby allies. That's going to be a great ability to use to help out your teammates. For her third ability, she switches her modified C6B rotary cannon into anti-armor mode, which is efficient against both shields and vehicles. Now we have the First Order Jet Trooper, because apparently they fly now. This agile airborne trooper comes equipped with custom armor and an integrated jetpack for swift traversal. Their fast movement and aerial capabilities, combined with their G-125 projectile launcher, make them an ideal choice for carrying out surprise attacks against resistant forces. Their jetpack ability enables flight while spending fuel, while the advanced nature of it allows for hover mode, which can be activated by aiming down the sights of their weapon while in the air. Then activating tri-barrel launcher, as you can see in the clip here, will reconfigure the blaster to fire from the tri-barreled projectile launcher at the expense of increased heat buildup, making it a daunting weapon to come across, but timing is everything. Their third and final ability is Jet Tackle, which sees the First Order Jet Trooper charge forth along the ground and slam into opponents, knocking them off their feet. That is a real unique ability, and I can't wait to see gameplay of this, just Jet Trooper tackling people. Next we have the Capsv Spy. The Capsv Spy operates fearlessly behind enemy lines. Armed with his modified Glee 44, he specializes in hand-to-hand combat and a cunning use of gadgetry. Close proximity to an enemy will prove to be the opportune time to activate the truncheon attack ability. Anyone that has played Battlefront 2015 knows that this was Jyn Erso's ability. So yeah, doing so will hit the enemy with a series of blunt force melee strikes with his truncheon. These strikes can also be chained into a powerful third strike, which will knock the enemy to the ground. Scanner Beacon will allow the Capsv Spy to deploy a decoy that relays enemy locations and disrupts their scanner to display a false enemy. If deployed outdoors, it can be used to call in a remote bombardment. This ability, so unique and sounds so OP. So you send a decoy that will relay enemy locations, disrupts their scanners to say there's a false enemy, and then if you deploy it outdoors, you can call a bombardment. And then the third ability is rapid fire. And I don't need to go to much detail, it's just like on cooldown, like the B2 Battle Droid's overload ability. Hero appearances. So we got one for Kylo Ren, Supreme Leader. As he ultimately took his place of his master, Kylo Ren reclaimed his identity and repaired the once shattered mask with intimidating fractures that marked the reign of a new Supreme Leader. Finn, Resistance hero. In the desperate war against the First Order, Finn has become an inspiring leader of the Resistance. With the help of friends like Poe Dameron, he spearheaded a courageous few and a bold plan to bring the tyranny down. Rey, Jedi. In search for her true self, Rey found the way of the Jedi. To honor her roots, she wore garments inspired by her past on Jakku. All three of these appearances will be epic, so 40,000 credits or 1,000 crystals. But if you own the Celebration Edition, you'll unlock these automatically. Now co-op expands to the new trilogy, and starting off the maps for co-op for the new trilogy will be Jakku, Takodana, Starkiller Base, and the new Jungle Planet. And they'll prioritize the new trilogy maps when the update comes out tomorrow, so you can play as them more frequently. Now here's the era select menu, but this is only coming out for co-op. So head into co-op menu, you'll have the ability to select from Play Any, Galactic Republic, Separatist Alliance, Resistance, and First Order. And then they'll update this update like expanding to other game modes in the coming months, including Capital Supremacy. And here's a cool thing that we're getting: mark objectives. So a new feature will allow you to mark objectives. This will allow anyone who is playing as a troop, reinforcement, or hero to press an assign button when aiming at an in-world objective in both co-op and Capital Supremacy. So, once an objective has been marked, this will signal to your squad that it should be a focus of their attention. Should more than one person mark the same objective, a number will display to indicate how many marks it has. And goes to detail here. An objective that is not marked is displayed with a gray hexagon with no outline. An objective that is friendly owned and marked by yourself will be displayed by a blue hexagon with a yellow outline. A number in the small callout will be displayed indicating how many of your squad have marked the objective. Now, if the objective is owned by the enemy, it will be displayed by a red hexagon with a yellow outline, and then obviously a number there saying how many of your squad marked it. And then an objective that is friendly owned but about to be lost is displayed by a blinking hexagon. And then the number of contesting friendly players is indicated in a blue circle to the bottom right hand corner of the hexagon. And an objective which has been marked by a squad member will be displayed next to their name in the squad list. Messaging updates. Healing blocked messaging. When affected by the Sith Trooper's oppression grenade, you are blocked from healing in any way for a period of time. During this time, your health bar will get a diagonal stripped treatment to signal that it is in this blocked state. Dimming of weapons crosshairs. We went through most weapons and made sure that their crosshairs are properly dimmed while you deploy them or are otherwise blocked from firing. Typical classes include going from wheel to destroyer form with the droideka. So basically this makes it easier to understand what your current weapon status is. Animation tweak of damage reduction icon so it plays faster when invading, since evades have such a short duration. Now we get to Boba Fett tweaks. Since the First Order Jet Trooper has new mechanics. They're updating Boba Fett to closer resemble these new mechanics. So before, Boba Fett used to fall straight down when he ran out of fuel, even though he had forward momentum. So now he'll continue the arc through the air, like the First Order Jet Trooper. Then they moved the jetpack fuel bar next to the crosshair to make it easier to see this. And then the ability to fly when pressing the jump button. So if you hold the jump button, you'll fly, or you can hold the zoom button and also fly. If you just tap the jump button, you'll just jump normally. And now they made it so you can no longer hold crouch, because like Boba Fett can do air dodges, so you would press the crouch button, but like you have to tap it, and if you like accidentally hold it too long, then like it would put you in a crouch mode. So they block this from happening, unless they block this from happening, but like you can still crouch normally. And then now you can regain fuel while doing normal jumps, because before it was blocked for some reason. And then various visual and auto tweaks. When idle, jetpack shows a small flame. When landing, jetpack plays a burst of flame to show that it's braking your landing. And while falling through the air, the sound of dangerously falling is replaced by an engine idle sound from the jetpack to signal that you will not take any fall damage. Bosk tweaks, fire input tweaks. Tweaked the fire input block durations when activating Bosk's ability. He will now have a short fire input block while throwing Diox as grenade and while deploying proximity mines. And this is to ensure he cannot fire while deploying these. And the duration of the fire block while activating predatory instincts has been increased to match the animation. He can no longer fire the first shot before he holds his rifle in both hands again. Then we got squad spawn tweaks. We're tweaking how squad spawning works in Blast Strike and Extraction. Goal here is to help increase how quickly you can get back into action with your squad, and to reduce the amount of time you have to spend running from the default spawn locations. So reduce minimum distance from enemy with line of sight from 25 to 13 meters. Reduce minimum distance from enemy without line of sight from 10 to 8 meters. Increase minimum distance from grenade from 8 to 9 meters. Reduce minimum out of combat time from 4 to 2 seconds. Now we got the release notes. Hero changes. The following abilities now show the amount of players targeted. Luke's push and repulse, Emperor's dark aurora and electrocute, Anakin's heroic impact, pact and pull dominance, Chewbacca's charge slam, Dooku's lightning stun, Kylo's pull and freeze, Maul's choke throw, Obi-Wan's restrictive mind trick, Rey's mind trick, Yoda's unleashed. Blaster heroes, they fix the issue which would cause blaster heroes to walk faster than intended in the crouch position. Darth Vader can use his choke ability even if there is no target. Obi-Wan can no longer prevent dodges with his restrictive mind trick ability. Anakin, they fix his footsteps sound effect. Game mode and map changes fix an issue that prevented capital supremacy, fix an issue that prevented players on the Separatist side spawning on point E when point C had not been captured. Galactic Assault fixed an issue where the objective messaging overlapped with in-world marker animation in Galactic Assault. Co-op fixed an audio issue in co-op in which the music would not restart when turned off and on again. Arcade fixed an issue in which character arms would collide with the environment. Camino co-op fixed an issue where one of the objective letters would be misplaced on the radar. Yavin 4, some issues with lighting and textures, and then fix the issue with the map on Yavin 4 that allowed players to get stuck in a corner when playing heroes versus villains. Changes to classes and special units. Fix an issue that would cause the weapon held by a trooper to be misaligned with the position of the trooper's hands when dying and respawning in first-person mode. Specialists polished the area of effect for his shock grenade to make it more visible. Droideka fixed when the destroyed model of the training skin. Clone Troopers fixed a visual issue where certain clone trooper appearances could be seen glowing brightly under certain lightning conditions. ARC Trooper fixed an issue where the ARC Trooper's left pistol was floating after an ARC Trooper was hit by an explosion. Fix an issue with missing audio during the animation of the ARC Trooper in the spawn screen. Fix an issue that caused AT-AT's orbital strike ability UI to not appear for the affected player. Fix an issue where two AT-ATs cannot deploy the orbital strike ability at the same time. Thank God I had that issue all the time. General changes. Fix an issue where the sound effects will not always match the animation seen in the appearances screen. Fix an issue where raindrops would appear on the camera when flying in first-person perspective. Then known issues. When selecting a specific faction co-op, the searching prompt shows up on all tiles, and that AI players can be noticed in the background during co-op outros. And that's it with the community transmission. We have the deployment timings, so they usually do the updates in the morning, but this time around they're doing it in the afternoon. So at 14 o'clock UTC, Xbox One will be first, then it's PS4 at 15 o'clock, and then PC at 16 o'clock. And then the estimated file sizes, Xbox One is 5.46 gigabytes, PS4 is 4.86 gigabytes, and PC is 6.49 gigabytes. But yeah, this video is really long, but hey man, this is awesome. This is all coming tomorrow. It's gonna be so fun. But yeah, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.